Permit me to stand on all established protocols. My name is Ralph Opara, and I'm representing our Group Managing Director, Herbert Wigwe. On behalf of our Group Managing Director, Herbert Wigwe, it's a pleasure to be here. Whilst I may not be at par with his oratory skills, I'll do my best to represent him properly and not bore you too much. Very common. It's a pleasure to be here today, and my presence reflects the excellent and ever-improving relationship between the German and Nigerian business communities. The strong ties that we're building between our two countries are a compelling example of what it means to do business in the 21st century. A century that barely a quarter of the way in has provided uncertainties, surprises, challenges, and opportunities never seen before. As the fourth industrial revolution brings extraordinary technological advancement, it is clear that the scope and complexity of the many continuing disruptions and transformations that will continue to occur cannot be carried out by a single government or business. As Michael Jordan once said, talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. In 2017, when Access Bank crafted its 5-year strategic plan to become the world's most respected African bank, it was clear that we need to foster partnerships, create alliances, and synergize our business with industry global players. The German Development Finance Institution, DEG, was certainly one such global player. We initiated a strategic partnership with DEG and launched the German Business Desk, the first of its kind in Nigeria and indeed West Africa. The German desk was established to serve as a financial intermediary between German organizations, Nigerian-based German enterprises, and local businesses. We were poised to provide banking services and business advisory solutions for German companies wishing to establish a presence in Nigeria and neighboring countries in West Africa. The partnership was to offer many benefits to both countries. For Nigeria, its objective was to unlock new solutions to the pressing economic challenges facing the country. For Germany, the desk was to enable DEG's investment footprint to spread by providing access to clients and reaching frontiers that DEG would not ordinarily have had access to. The desk was to leverage Access Bank's geographical spread, branch network, and large customer base and serve as a one-stop shop for German companies. It was set to provide local market information on critical macro issues to investors. So, has our partnership delivered on its promises? I'm happy to say yes, we have. 4 years later, the desk has grown its market share of German businesses operating in Nigeria from 15% to 85%. It has onboarded businesses such as Lufthansa, BASF, Kronos, Keynote, Robert Bosch, amongst other excellent relationships. We now have relationships with about 85 of approximately 100 German corporates, as well as a few Swiss and Austrian companies operating in Nigeria. In addition, we support over 50 German corporates whose trading partners are Nigerian, such as Dangote and Seaway, amongst other well-established names. We have established strong relationships with Commerzbank and Deutsche Bank. In 2020, we established corresponding banking relationship with Landesbank Baden-Württemberg, LLBW, and this year, we have just partnered with DZ Bank in our quest to support and increase trade businesses between Germany and West Africa. We're also excited to partner with the German Consulate, the German Embassy, the Delegation of German Industry and Commerce in Nigeria, AHK, and the Nigerian-German Chamber of Commerce. The German desk provides local and international advice in all matters of banking. For example, the desk offers transactional banking services, credit lines, or investment financing for local companies wishing to acquire German equipment. Many companies benefit immensely from the combined network of the bank, the Chamber of Commerce, and DEG. By creating tailored financing solutions and leveraging the regional footprint of Access Bank, The German desk has expanded the reach of German businesses already present in Africa and brought in new clients. Another area of focus we are taking on with our partners, such as Keynote, is the area of high-tech skills transfer. We intend to support our partners in their quest to hire a large amount of local workforce and provide requisite high-tech skills training to these qualifying individuals. I must mention that DG, through external partnerships with Keynote, is supporting the setup of a vocational school in Nigeria to expand this initiative as they successfully did in Ghana. The desk was extended to Ghana in 2019, and in the last 2 years has developed signages across other Axis Bank subsidiaries. By the end of 2019, Nigeria's exports to Germany were about $1.3 billion, while imports from Germany were about $1.2 billion. These figures were projected to grow by around 18% by the end of 2020. Unfortunately, the pandemic struck and created a decline of about 32% and 10% for exports and imports, respectively. However, we are optimistic that with strong partnerships and collaborations between governments and private institutions, we will again witness the growth evidenced prior to the pandemic, not just in international trade volumes, but in local capacity, which will provide employment and grow the local economy. The desk has enabled a momentum of trust to build for foreign investors and corporates that were previously hesitant to enter the Nigerian market. I am pleased to note that other DFIs, such as FMO, is exploring the opportunity of establishing a Dutch desk with Axis Bank in order to provide the same services for Dutch corporates in Nigeria and West Africa. Despite the pandemic, we've been able to build shared prosperity between Germany and Nigeria. The bank, in the spirit of partnership, has provided support for Nigerian companies dealing with German corporates, as well as advisory services on Nigerian/German trade relations. This partnership has strengthened trade ties and created sustainable opportunities across industries. Our goal is to continue to become a Pan-African bank for German and European businesses. As I said at the beginning, neither private companies nor governments alone can handle the volatile, disruptive, yet exciting nature of the economic world today. Partnerships are essential to achieve scale and sustainable impact we all need to see. Partnerships can unleash innovative works of working, unlocking hard-to-reach resources, better deploy use of capital, and aggregate requisite expertise required for achieving sustainable growth. There's a real opportunity to develop new approaches to partnering that generate shared value. I encourage everyone in both public and private sectors to explore more collaborations and partnerships because each sector has a valuable role to play. It is the value of collaboration that brings real transformation. Partnerships are the key to solving broad challenges, and the German Business Desk is a successful example of this. I am proud to be here today, and Axis Bank is proud to be a strong partner. When institutions work together to provide solutions, everyone benefits. Different sectors must be open-minded about working together and not afraid to take risks to collaborate in new ways. This is the way towards achieving national and regional growth. Vielen Dank. Thank you.
That was the Group Head, Commercial Banking, Access Bank PLC, Mr. Ralph Okpara. I think we'd all agree that the bank has positioned itself very well, and the delivery. I know you talked about the oratory skills of the CEO, but I don't think you're doing badly yourself, sir. So thank you very much for a very well delivered. Thank you. So, can anyone guess what state we're in? Which state are we in? Oh, Lagos. Okay, all right. So Lagos State, unarguably, is the most dynamic state, certainly from a commercial standpoint in Nigeria. Sorry? I didn't hear you. center for excellence and the fifth largest economy in Africa. So it's a huge state under the able leadership of Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Mr. Governor, and he's ably represented today, as I recognized earlier, by the Special Advisor on SDGs and Investment, Mrs. Sholakwe Hammond, who I'm going to invite up now to come and deliver a speech on behalf of His Excellency, the Governor. Please encourage her to get here quickly so that we can hear what Lagos State has to say. Thank you.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just quickly recognize the excellencies in the room and online, ambassadors, presidents, governors, honorable ministers, commissioners, special advisors, German Industry and Commerce delegation. Wonderful goodwill messages that we've received. Thank you very much. I was very excited by the deliveries by Dr. Nussbaum and Dr. Treyer and Professor Liebig. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to rest on the existing protocols. I bring warm greetings from Mr. Governor. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today, so he sent me, and I hope I'll be as good a representation as Ralph was on his behalf. I have a relatively easy out. I have his speech, so I don't have to be as eloquent. I welcome you most warmly to the city-state of Lagos, the Center of Excellence. Thank you, ma'am. And also express my profound appreciation to the delegation of German Industry and Commerce in Nigeria, the Nigerian-German Chamber of Commerce, and the German African Business Association for inviting me to present this opening keynote address at this 9th German-Nigerian Business Forum. The organizers of this forum must be commended for showing commitment through this forum, which brings together public and private sector operators from across Africa and Europe to deepen bilateral relations between Nigeria and Germany by exploring opportunities for improved investment between the two countries. It's also important to note that unlike last year's edition of this forum, which was organized virtually as a result of the pandemic being at its peak, this year's edition is holding both in virtual and physical forms. This indicates the level of progress the global community has achieved in the fight against the pandemic, which has impacted significantly on the global economy. There's no gainsaying that the pandemic has also taught us, especially developing economies, some vital lessons on the need to pay greater attention to diversification and embracing new skills, which are going to be essential in the post-COVID era. I'm happy to note that this emerging new reality is adequately reflected in the sectors that have been selected as the focus for discussions at this 9th German-Nigerian Business Forum. It is particularly gratifying that in addition to the focus on these critical sectors, which include healthcare, skills development in agriculture, construction and energy, agribusiness, startups in fintech and automotive, special attention will also be given to technical vocational education and training, which we believe is critical to building capacity for optimum and suitable harnessing of opportunities in the identified sectors. These are the sectors that will provide the jobs our teeming youths want and need. Now to the subject of this address. I have been asked by the organizers to highlight in this address the initiatives that Lagos State has put forward or put in place to ease the environment for doing business and growing investment, foreign and domestic. Lagos State is one of the key states that, this is something that we take particularly seriously, as Lagos State is one of the key states that contributes significantly to the National Ease of Doing Business Index. Considering the huge investment required to optimally harness the socioeconomic resources of the state, which is practically the 5th largest economy in Africa, and also to meet the needs of a growing population. It is imperative that we ensure the operating environment for businesses in Lagos remains attractive in order to promote accelerated growth and development. With a population of over 20 million, comprising of a significant percentage of young people, Lagos State has the largest market not only in Nigeria, but also in the sub-region. It also has the largest pool of talent anywhere in the world. A key policy thrust of our administration, therefore, is to make Lagos Africa's most preferred destination for investors by implementing policies designed to improve the business climate of the state. We have, in the last 2 years, and in line with our theme's development agenda for a greater Lagos, prioritized the provision of critical infrastructure, especially in the public transportation sector, to ease movement of people, goods, and materials, as well as in the area of security of lives and property. Today, as a result of the huge investment we have continued to put in the security sector, through the platform of the Lagos State Security Trust Fund, which we implement in conjunction with our private sector partners, and for whom we're very, very grateful, Lagos is ranked one of the most peaceful states in the country. This is attested to by the location of the headquarters of most companies, including multinational companies in Lagos, and an increasing number of consulates opening in Lagos to further support the commercial activities here, in addition to the great work being done by embassies in Abuja. I need to also mention that public institutions in the state, including our courts, are reputed to be some of the most efficient as a result of diligent implementation of reforms and deployment of technology to bring processes and procedures up to international standards and best practice. For instance, 2 weeks into the COVID-19 shutdown, Lagos pioneered the country's first virtual court proceedings. Lagos has also received many commendations for pioneering small claims courts, championing arbitration and dispute resolution processes, and implementing mobile courts, all of which are speeding up the process of justice, especially as pertains to commercial issues. We are also focused on addressing issues around internal efficiency. Chief amongst this has been a focus on processing of approvals for land titles, building permits, payment of taxes, registration for utilities, and other such services that citizens and businesses require. These have very largely been digitized, so the e-tax platform is already ready. We have, or has been deployed, the e-physical planning platform has already been deployed, and Lagos has been in the process of digitizing its land bank, cadastral map, and the process of obtaining titles. The aim of all of these is to reduce the unnecessary bureaucracy, improve efficiency, transparency, and accountability. We have also established the Office of Sustainable Development Goals and Investments, formerly known as Lagos Global, established in 2015, to act as an interface between government agencies and existing potential investors. This essentially serves as a one-stop center, facilitating a lot of interventions for those investors who are interested in Lagos. Interventions by this agency include the Deal Book, which describes investment opportunities as well as the process for doing so, and also facilitates investment roundtables and other forums for engaging with customers. I'll use this opportunity to quickly plug that we have an investment roundtable coming up next week on the 18th, and you're all invited. I will now conclude this address without informing, I cannot conclude this address without informing the forum about the Lekki Free Trade Zone, located in the eastern part of the state. This 16,000 square meter free trade zone, which is home to the Dangote Refinery, BASF, and many other global companies, is one of the biggest in the world, a multi-million-dollar investment, and is set to be a game changer for the attraction of foreign direct investment, especially in light of ACFA. It is designed to be complemented by world-class facilities, including a deep-sea port, which is planned for commissioning between the first quarter of 2022 and between the last quarter of 2022 and the first quarter of 2023. This deep sea port will expand the total port capacity of the country by almost double in the first phase and by triple in the second phase. This brand new city, that is the Lekki Free Zone, this brand new city in the making joins the ranks of successful developments like Banana Island and Eco Atlantic that provide returns to investors as well as viable 21st century conducive environments in which to live, work, and play. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I close, let me reaffirm our administration's commitment to continuing to implement policies that will improve the business environment and make it competitive for foreign direct investment. Evidence of Lagos's success in this regard are shown by the fact that Lagos has consistently attracted between 74% and 86% of the total foreign direct investment coming into Nigeria over the last 3 years. Lagos also recently had the rating upgraded by Fitch from AA+ to AAA. Investment opportunities abound in Lagos, especially in the sectors that are the subject of this forum's conversation. We therefore look forward to ideas that will result from these discussions for adoption and implementation, but most importantly, for collaboration. Thank you.